Sup guys, welcome to different drapes, because the drapes that were here I had to take it to my room because they weren't any drapes, and then I have this flowery thing that doesn't match me at all, but I don't know why I'm talking about this when you're all here for me to talk bad about men. Believe me, it's my pleasure. As a woman, we hear some weird shit. A while back I started to think about some dumb questions that I listened all my life, like how badly do you don't know about women, so you asking about this. So I decided to answer stupid questions about women that I have heard myself, friends heard, and I also Googled. Clearly don't have any idea how I'm to start this video, and then when they're playing passes and I'm just one that I heard myself. Why women get angrier when we ask you guys to calm? It's because we don't want to fucking calm down, okay? We are going through some frustration. We want to talk about what's making us angry because it gets our frustration out of our system. We are smart enough to not punch walls to do so. And guess what? Anger is something normal. People know anger. People have anger. The way you deal with that anger, it's complicated. If you're not doing any harm in being angry, you should feel anger if it's listening to music and etc. Why? I swear, there weren't any airplanes going through my house. Like 5 minutes ago, I pressed the rec button and then suddenly, hey, it's a party, it's a plane party. I also feel like we get angry when a man asks us to calm down. Like if my friend, my girlfriend asks me, hey, please calm down, I go, okay, fine, I'll calm down. If a guy asks me to calm down, calm down. You know, I don't wear heels, but I wish I was so I can get it and throw it up your... Especially because we're expected to be a smiling robot all the time. If we're not smiling, we must be PMSing at the time of the month. We know we're human beings. We get angry, we get frustrated, we don't smile all the time. We have to be nice, otherwise we're out of control. This is mainly something that I heard in a discussion with my friends. They're like not even women really like the grandma underwear. Then why do you guys have grandma underwear? Because nobody is really fond of the grandma underwear. It's not pretty. We don't feel like pretty in it, but we still have it. And I'll tell you why. Well, genius is comfy AF. We also get bloated. I myself get so bloated that I go up one size. Grandma underwears are just flexible that way. It's a safe place for our personal parts. And also the pads fit better. If you don't even know what pads are, you're just living playground. Why women talk more than men? This is a classic question that should have become outdated. Seriously, another one? You done? But I'll bring you the science of it. Yes, I'll have to do so. I remember a thing in Discovery Channel. It was more like women use both sides of their brains to keep memory and information, while the male brain uses only one side. That doesn't mean that we think better or that men think less, even though it feels like it. Just means that women keep more information. I remember vividly that in one experiment, they were set apart in two groups, in gender groups. In one of the games, it was which group could describe a story better with less words. In those, the male group won. But when the game was to remember the more information about it, the women group won because they remembered more details. My hypothesis with no scientific basement whatsoever, just be guessing, is that we developed that in like cave times because we had to take care of the baby and then cook and then also listen if a predator was approaching, know what sound of the baby means what. So we had to keep more information while the main hunted with a certain goal. Of course I googled it because Professor Google always saves us at all those times. And according to Google, women I got no reading glasses. Women possess higher levels of language protein in their brains. Whatever that means, I have no idea. Why women like tall men? Again, my hypothesis with no really profound research is that women like tall men to feel safer. Again, from cave times. As it turns out, the human brain didn't evolve as fast as the human society, so it's more like a subconscious thing. Human beings are just animals. All human beings, not only men, are just animals, okay? Bitch. So don't you try to men will be men with me, okay? Why women live longer? Because we're not stupid? I'm just kidding. Sort of. I'll get there, I had to Google it. Experts shave? Have. Put on an S. I think experts shave if they want to. They have said that the gap is due to some biological and social differences. The testosterone is linked to decrease the man's immune system. And the why we're not stupid is again a social thing. Experts also have kind of diagnosed that is this thing called risky behavior. I cannot talk today. No, smoking and drinking are really unhealthy, but when a doctor asks the patient to stop, women are more likely to follow it, while men are more like, no, I'm doing whatever I want because I got a dick. And no talking today, this is amazing. Statistics shown that men are more likely to do life-threatening things than women, but we already knew that. Men are also the ones who die more in car accidents and gunfights. To put in a few words, because we're not stupid. Why women take longer in the bathroom? Because we wipe. Amazing, right? Did anybody watching this with female bodies did know about this? I found out a while ago that men only wipe when they go in number 2. They don't wipe in number 1. They just shake their thing. Airplane. Our personal parts have kind of layers, so we need to wipe. Also, our clothes have layers. We use belts, we have purses, sometimes our time of the month gets there and makes everything a lot harder. We also need to change our hygiene product when we need to. But to be honest, if you had put a little thought into it, you could have figured out all by yourself. Why are women less interested in sex? Newsflash, jackass, that's not true. Especially during ovulation. I feel like this is something that male bodies also don't know. Again, we're animals. This that time of our cycle we are more likely to get pregnant, and the species wants to reproduce. So our brain goes to reproduce, and we need to do the things that we need to do to reproduce. What happens that we're taught to avoid sex. Sex is bad. Wait until you're married. You'll be ruined. And they put the female virginity in a little box that should be precious and kept from everyone at all costs. Pun intended. So there is this kind of thing that's in our head that pushes down the horn. It doesn't matter, we don't feel it. We just are kind of in denial about it. Another thing is the speed that the horniness happens. There's a saying around that male bodies are like electric stove. You press a button, it's on. Female bodies are like brick oven. It needs more time, a proper way, the right wood. Yeah, so if you're patient and you listen to her and what you're doing, you'll see that question is just plain wrong. Okay, this was this week's video. I have to change this. This is so not me. I'm a bitch. This is pink flowers. I'm changing it, okay? Just wait a while. For me to change it, subscribe and leave a like. Oh meu Deus, cansei de você, avião. Anyways, this was this week's video. I hope your questions are answered. If you have more, I will see if I want to answer them. If they're way too stupid, I just won't. Okay, so there are more videos here. You can subscribe here, share with a friend, and leave a like. and there are more stuff for you to do, you know what to do. I'll see you next time. Bye. Whoop!